Hi guys, my name is McKinnon, and this is
Aidan Fraser.
And we're here to talk to you guys about neurofibromatosis. Hey guys, so welcome to this episode of Tumor Talk. Today we are talking about dating. Fun topic here, but also serious. Some of the things associated with dating and, having a chronic illness in general. So one of the biggest things that people ask me is when to tell their significant other. How to tell them, when to tell them, should you tell them, kids, not kids, kind of all of these things kind of pair together. And one of the biggest things when I was diagnosed, honestly, was who's going to love me with all of this medical stuff. I mean, wouldn't you agree?
I mean, I would agree, yeah. It's not exactly, it's a full-time thing.
Right. And there's no end.
Yeah, it's not like you're saying I just have to have this one operation and it'll be a big deal, it'll be a really hard year, but then everything will be better. It's like, no, you want to do this is for life.
Right. Like, you're in this for life.
And yeah.
So, I mean, I think one of the biggest things for me also is I feel like a lot of times with dating and that kind of stuff, I feel like it obviously depends on the individual, but there's never a right time really to tell somebody.
Well, I would say, I think it depends on whether or not you're visually or affected or not.
I completely agree with that.
I honestly will probably have to, if I have, I've done dating websites before, never heavily, but I have done it. And whenever I do it, I just put it on my profile. I'm like, neurofibromatosis. That's what this is.
Well, because I feel like they need to.
Yeah, they're gonna look at me.
Your significant other needs to accept you for who you are.
Yeah, they're gonna look at me and they're like, what is it?
Right, and that way they know.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think it's one of those things for me, not being visually affected, kind of like telling somebody what I have.
Yeah.
So my current boyfriend, I told him when I was switching from I was taking 26 pills in this metabolic concoction, and I was switching back to my chemotherapy. I was told him, I'm switching medicines, and I didn't really go into it. So we went to, when he officially asked me out as his girlfriend, we went to a party, and my friend's boyfriend turned to him, and he's like, so how do you feel about McKinnon going deaf? And he was like, what?
Oh, that's not about it. And so, you were like,
I was like, oh my gosh. So
no.
I was like, no. So he
came. I wanted that conversation to happen.
So, of course. So of course he comes to me and he said, so McKinnon, I heard this really strange thing. And I was like, well, this is what it is. And I just kind of told him, and 3 weeks after we started dating, I was supposed to get a brain surgery. Yeah. And he was like, let's do this. But one of the difficult things with NF too is losing your hearing. Yeah. Right now I'm kind of between the worlds of half deaf, half not. Yeah. And a lot of people wonder, what's going to happen when I lose my hearing? Yeah. Is he going to be there for you? Yeah. But I think at the end of the day, one of the most important things to realize is that, he could be the absolute perfect person in the world, but that doesn't mean until that moment happens.
Doesn't matter.
You're not gonna know. Yeah. And you can't sit there all the time and worry about it.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah. But I think that's just with friends in general, with people in general. Are they still I've had times where I haven't seen friends for a couple over a month because I'm recovering.
All right, and I completely agree.
Yeah, some friends are gonna be like, that's annoying. I want to hang out, and you never want to hang out, and I had surgery. Well,
and I had, some people, because I don't look visually affected, they turn to me and they're like, I get tired after my medicine. I get really tired for a week. Yeah. And they're like, let's go on a hike. And that's fine. I don't mind hiking, but I get more tired than them. So when I get run out, they're like, why aren't you coming? You know what I'm saying? And so, I think for significant others sometimes...
It's I want to do something.
Well, yeah, I want to do something, but I can't keep up as much all the time.
Or sometimes, but then your significant other may want to do something, and you're just I just don't feel good.
Right, exactly.
I want to do something too. I want to stay home and watch a movie.
Right, and, and it's great for finding that person that that is there with you. But I, you know, personally for me, I've been there on both ends. I've had somebody that wasn't there, and I've had somebody that was there.
Yeah.
And like, you know, obviously that person that wasn't there is no longer a part of my life. And
Yeah.
you know, and they couldn't handle it. And it was something when they broke up with me,
Yeah.
I was like, oh wow, like this is like
Yeah.
this is like a thing.
It's
you
like
know?
real.
Yeah, this is like people will judge you on this.
Yeah.
Whereas before that moment, like it wasn't a thing to me.
Yeah.
You know, it was like this is
Yeah.
okay, I'm brain tumors. You know what I'm saying?
It's like, I'll have surgery, I'll get it removed, it'll be fine.
Yeah, like it's not a big deal.
Yeah, surgery, scary, but I can do.
Yeah, exactly. So
Oh, you mean it's never going away? Oh, like it's gonna stuff my whole life? Oh.
right, and so I mean I think, you know, just kind of to end the conversation and kind of get back around to it, I think it depends whether you're visually affected or not.
Yeah.
When to tell your significant other,
Yeah.
but you know, for me personally, I wasn't ready because because I didn't have to, because I don't look visually affected.
Yeah.
I was ready to tell them, obviously, like you said, I have to tell them that I couldn't hear on my right ear.
No, they're gonna figure it out.
Yeah, because they're gonna figure it out. I think I'm extremely rude.